bro. Yikes. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Duddle's Outdoor and Adventures. Now in today's video we are going to be checking out this bad boy little release here. So as you guys can see, this is a little 3-finger thumb button release. You might be thinking, where the heck did I find something like this? Well, I actually found this release on Temu. So I'm going to start a little bit of a trend here on my channel, and if you guys like this kind of content, I'm going to buy Temu archery products and put them to the test. So just to let you guys know, I have purchased this. I have purchased a few other items as well, but unfortunately the other few archery items I have purchased will not be reaching us until the new year in 2025. So for you guys to know, this is going to be the last video for 2024 for the channel. So our next upload should hopefully be in the start of January, and it'll be some more archery related gear stuff, or possibly even a review. This release against a quality brand release, exactly the same as this 3-finger release, over near Eliza Archery in Melbourne, in Seaford, Melbourne. So let's get stuck into this video. So I just want to basically go over this little release here. Okay, so we're going to compare this little release here, if you guys can see that hopefully. So we're going to compare this release here against a whole range of releases. So I don't have all my releases here to do a comparison, but as you guys do know, I have shot thumb buttons in the past on the channel. So if you guys do remember, so this is the new Temu release that we're going to be doing a review. So I'll get back to you guys on that one in about 6 months time to see how we feel about it. This is my partner's 4-finger release, which you guys would know of, the mighty True Ball Max Plus 4-finger, well Max Pro Plus 4-finger. Already done a review on this release on the channel, so all the OG followers will know this release. So as you guys can obviously tell, it's a 4-finger. You got adjustable barrel to adjust it from here all the way over to here, or all the way forward. As you would say, it's got a 360-degree swivel head on it, as you guys could see there. And as you can see, it is a 4-finger, as I have already stated. So there's a 4-finger True Ball. So that's another release which we've already done a review on. One release I have not done a review on is my mighty True Ball Stinger XT, my thumb button. Sorry, not thumb button, my mistake. My wrist strap release. So this is my go-to wrist strap release that I've been using for a fair few years now. This release is extremely well thought out. This is more of a budget release. This is more of a budget release by True Ball. And obviously you got your cheap Temu one. And then we've got the almighty brand new wrist strap release here. And this one is from Eliza Archery in Seaford in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia. And this is called the E1 Archery wrist strap release. And as you guys can obviously tell, this is a hook style release. So you don't have the calipers. So when you pull the trigger, there's no calipers that open on this release. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a close up of that one, best as we can there. And obviously this one has got a buckle style, which is more consistent. When you put it on, you can put it on the same hole every time, which I really, really love this. I am still fine tuning the drag on the trigger. the trigger travel, so we haven't got that perfect. But we've also got one more release over here, which I forgot to get out for the video, which a lot of you guys will know of. If you have been into archery for a while, a lot of you guys obviously won't know this, because Arnie just recently purchased this. But this is the Spot Hog Wise Guy. So, and as you guys can see, that is an open finger, an open hook style, much like the E1. It's much like the E1 from Eliza Archery. So we've got a couple open trigger releases. This Spot Hog release is an amazing release. It's very crisp, it's very nice. Only issue is with it is that it is just a hair trigger. Like it is silly hair trigger. Now if I just grab, just bear with me for a sec, guys. So I just gotta find where I put it. Yeah. So this is my little shot trainer. I actually purchased this from Eliza Archery. You can see the trend there. So now with the Wise Guy, very much the same as the E1. It's a hook style, so it'll hook onto your D loop just like this. So like I said, this is just a shot trainer, so it's not a natural bow. So it just shows you the imitation of what this release will be like. So you actually hook onto that release and then pull, and she goes through. Now, if I hook that back on, as you guys can see, now watch how much of a light trigger this is. Watch the pressure on my finger. Okay, I pulled that very slowly just so you guys could see, but this trigger is extremely light. So as you guys can see, deep hook, pull. And that is a very crisp trigger on the Spot Hog Wise Guy. I'm not going to put every release on, but just to show you guys for reference, this is my True Ball Stinger XT release. That is my release I always use. So as you guys can tell, that is a caliber. So that can actually just hang there, obviously, and just chill out. Obviously, it would be on your wrist normally. But just to give you guys a reference, deep hook onto the Stinger XT, pull, 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 and it goes off. Okay, so I've set this one very cold. I like my wrist strap releases to be quite cold, so I've got to actually pull through the shot, which is always what you want to do. You always want to push, pull through your shot. So that is the Stinger XT. Now we'll go to the Eliza Archery one, which is the E1, which is, as you can see, just like the Spot Hog, it is an open hook. We'll hook that around that release. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to put every single release on. All right, so then we get a deep hook, and push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, and she goes off. So basically, as soon as you put pressure on that and that release comes off, and obviously you got it stuck on your D loop, and then bang, it comes out like that. Bloody beautiful. Don't mind the lighting just then. We are having experienced extremely silly winds. So much for it to be summer, as they say. There's my partner's release, the good old forefinger. You push pull. That's a very crisp, clean release. Have that set up quite nicely. Just a little bit more on the colder side, out of the box. Push and pull, boom, off she goes. Now I don't know if you guys can hear this, but now I've locked the Temu release in. Now if you guys listen to how loud that is, guys. Extremely loud. Now obviously for a hunting situation, you don't want your release to be this loud. I mean, personally myself, I wouldn't want a release to be this loud, but this is what this little experiment's going to be about. So with the Temu release, you hook it over, then you've got to lock the back, then you've got to push that caliper over like that. Then you'll lock your fingers around it, hook your finger around the knob. Always have the knob part in the crease of your thumb. Then you're going to push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. Obviously, I'm not anchored with a bow at the moment. So you'll push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, pull, and then bang, off she goes. So I've tried to set this little Temu release pretty cold, just to play with it. So like as I said, this is my little shot trainer, which I've purchased from Eliza Archery in Seaford, in Victoria, Australia. So you guys will hear me talk about Eliza Archery a lot, purely because a lot of my bow work that I need to go get done on this beautiful Envision right next to us, sitting here on its beautiful pedestal that a friend of mine made a big bow stand out of stainless steel. Stupidly heavy stand. That's a story for another day. But yeah, my mate made me a stand for it, and my bow and my partner's bow sit on there. Normally I've got my brother's bow on there, but unfortunately my brother's bow is currently actually at Eliza Archery at the moment, getting brand new strings and cables put on it. So, what are my thoughts about the Temu release? Now, I'll be honest, the way it's made is extremely nice. It's nice in the hand. There's no rough edges around. There's no rough edges around it. It is a nice feeling release, not gonna lie about it. It's just that real clinky noise, which is, and obviously, see for me, obviously in a hunting situation, like it's great in the sense of, like I'll just grab that shot trainer back out again. Say this is your D-loop on your string, obviously. Like it's all fine, but like the thing that is quite annoying is you've got to physically lock. You've got to engage this lock. So we'll start from the start. I'll come up a little bit closer to show you guys. So this is a locking mechanism. Now, this doesn't stay shut. It hasn't got a magnet to hold the jaws shut until you lock it. So it just sits there and flops around. So let's just say that's your bowstring. You've got to physically hold that over there while you're holding the bow, or you'll hook it onto the D-loop like that, lock it, pull your finger around like that to lock it, and then it can just hang on your D-loop on your bow. That's all fine and good, okay? Nothing wrong with that. If you're just target shooting, perfect. But you got to think, if you're in a hunting situation, you hook that onto your string, guess what? You walking along through the bush, oh yeah, cool, bang, see you later. Your release drops. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Unless you've got a spare, which obviously if my partner shoots with the true ball. So if my partner was to go hunting with this release, I would recommend her take the Temu release with her as a backup, just in case if she was to accidentally hook it onto the release onto the D-loop while we're hunting and then accidentally drop it. Now, this is a more higher quality release. Now, just to put into perspective, guys, I will let you guys know, this Temu release, like I said, although it is, you know, it is what it is, it's got its quirks, it works. Now, this release aid only cost me $27 plus free shipping, straight to my door, okay? Now, you compare that release there to this release, which is my partner's one, which is a True Ball Max Pro Plus. Now, that release, when I last looked at it, it was about 150 to 100, let's say 160 bucks, shipped to my door, okay? Same situation, beautiful release if you're shooting target, you know, out the backyard or on a friend's property and all that kind of stuff. Same deal though, you got this sitting on the thing and something hits it. This one's not as touchy as a Temu. Boom. Something hits it, boom, gone. You could walk over miles and miles, guys. And if you don't have a spare release in your hunting pack, like I always carry a spare just in case the worst was to happen and, I don't know, for God forsaken, one of my wrist strap releases failed, I've always got a spare. I've even got an El Cheapo one, which came with a bow as a start off. So normally in the car I always carry put it in simple terms. Where are we? So I've got two of these. They're called the True Fire. I think they're True Fire. I'm not sure exactly what I think it's a True Fire Patriot. And that's an Arrow cheapo release. And I mean, this is silly cheap. This came with my PSE Stinger Max. This came with it as the ready to shoot package. So this came with the ready to shoot package with my Stinger Max that you guys know of. Now, I went from that to that, and I haven't looked back. Now the True Ball Stinger XT, this one cost me exactly $100. This one here cost me exactly $100. That's all my release cost me. This one release cost me $100 Australian dollars, and it's been flawless. I've loved it. Ever since I've grown into my archery and gotten better at shooting and pulling through my shot, this release is unbelievable. Yes, no doubt, as a lot of people will tell you, if you get a wrist strap release, you're going to go bang, bang, bang. And what that means is you're punching the trigger. So a lot of people will say, don't buy a wrist strap, don't get a wrist strap, because you'll punch the crap out of the trigger. Yes, there is that high chance that you will. Not going to lie, you will. Now, that's obviously the exact same release, but this one's a brand spanker. It's out of the packet. It's been used maybe twice compared to the other one. And this is the exact same True Fire Patriot release that came with my partner's ready to hunt bow package. So it's a very basic release. The jaws have got a fair bit of play in them. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of movement in that release. You can see, and you can hear it. You guys can see that the triggers are moving a lot. That's already, it's in the cock position. If I open it, there's still a lot of movement there. That's not me moving, that's the actual trigger moving. Good release to get into the sport and obviously get you going. But I mean, you look at this, like there's a little bit of movement side to side on this release, but trying to open it physically, no, rock solid. And this release has shot a lot of arrows, and I absolutely love it. This release cost me $100. Now those two entry level releases, I think they cost you, they set you back about $50 Australian, roughly, on the time of this recording. My partner's release, as I said, is about $160 posted to your door. The E1 from Eliza, this cost me exactly $100, exactly the same as the Stinger XT. That's a $100 release. That's $100. These two releases are $100, $100 Australian. And I'm telling you right now, this Stinger XT release has been unreal. The only downfall to it, and I'm not going to lie about it, is it doesn't have this buckle system. You can buy this same release with a buckle system, but I didn't at the time. This is the one they had. I wanted camo because I love camo, so I bought this one with the Velcro. The only downfall to Velcro is you can't set it to the same tension every time you put it on your wrist. Unless you know exactly how tight you have it every time, you won't be 100% consistent with the way the wrist strap release wraps around your wrist with a Velcro. But in a pinch, if you need a release as a backup, perfect. And like I said, when I upgrade to this one with the buckle, and I've got this one all set up correctly, which will go through a full video of how to set your release up out of the packet, which we'll be doing that with this E1. That'll be a new video for the new year, but unreal release, cannot recommend it anymore, especially for a wrist strap. If you're getting into archery and you buy a ready to shoot package in Victoria, I definitely recommend this release. 100%. This release has actually been tested to 100-pound pulling pressure before it broke. Obviously not this one exactly, but this is how they test these ones. Unreal release. Now, when you buy the Spot Hog Wise Guy, this bad boy just here, little Wise Guy, and when you buy this bad boy, guess what? This one's going to set you back about $289 Australian. Crazy money. I would love to keep this release personally, but unfortunately I can't get it out. I can't extend the throat of the actual body of the release anymore. It's fully maxed out and needs to come forward. A absolute bee's dick. Not gonna lie. If I could make the mechanism so it could extend, just, I don't know, like, it probably only needs to move about that much. Literally the width of this hole. This is just got to move just a fraction further forward and it'd be perfect. Okay? So that release is unbelievable. I've got nothing else better to say about this release. It's unbelievable. It's the keep hammering version as well, and it's also the boa strap. So this one you can actually set the tension every time. So you'll literally twist that, and as you can see, that just keeps tightening. And that's how small of a wrist it can tighten down onto. Pretty unreal. And then obviously to release it, you pull it, and it pulls out like that. Absolutely unreal release. Best thing about this is when this is actually on you, as it flips back like that, nice and flush. You don't even know it's there. It's a extremely comfortable release. I love this release, I really do. But unfortunately, due to the aspect that I've got big hands, I can't get my hand to wrap around it. I can't do anything about it to make it just that little bit longer. I've done everything in my possible that I can to make this release fit me, but it won't because I have got such a large hand. So that is the bare bones about releases and what my thoughts on about it. Now, if you guys would like to see more Temu archery product reviews, please don't hesitate to put a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think and what you would like me to do a review on. Even put down in the comments, you know, what products you'd like me to trial out, okay? I'm happy and I'm open-minded to try any of the archery products that are on Temu. Like as I said, I haven't shot this release through my bow just yet. I have used it with a shot trainer. It does feel comfortable in the hand. It's a very comfortable release to be in your hand. All the machining is absolutely on point. There's nothing rough around the edges. It's smooth. There's no sharp corners or anything. Like even this part, it's not super sharp. Like, I mean, if you do push on it, that he's got, you know, it's got a bit of a point, obviously. I mean, it's a square mechanism, so you can get a good firm grip on it. The only issue I personally think about this release is the loading system on it, where you've got to physically push this back to lock it and then push that over until it clicks for that to release, to actively, that's to make this release actively sit on your bowstring and be, you know, sitting there ready to rock and roll, you know, ready for you to shoot it, okay? So that's the only issue that I reckon will be annoying for me. I will do a review of me shooting this release, as well as a few other products from Temu. So if you guys would like to see some more Temu archery product reviews, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, because 2025 is going to be a big year for this channel. I did say that last year. A lot of things happened in the background during this year, so a lot of things couldn't fall into play, okay? So next year for 2025, we've got a big year planned for Daddle's Outdoor and Adventures. So to start things off, basically we're going to do a little walk around of where we live here in Wonthaggi, Victoria, where we've currently moved to. So we'll do a bit of a walk around, show you guys around. Then following that, we're going to be starting to do a lot more filming for the hunting side of things. I know you guys have really pushed me for some hunting content. 2025 is going to be a big year for hunting, especially with that Envision sitting right next to me. This beautiful piece of machinery just here. This bow is going to go on a lot of adventures with me. I have got a good friend up near Sydney, which I'm hoping I can get up there at some point in stage this year. I'm hoping either get up there before the rut or after the fallow deer rut of March this year. So I want to get up there hopefully before March. Hopefully get a fallow deer down up in New South Wales, a fallow deer stag. Hopefully get a pig down and possibly some billy goats. Wanted to go do that with a good friend of mine and one of my good all-time sponsors, which is the LED Laser Knock gentleman. So be going out with him in 2025. Also, you guys will see Ash Mueller. He'll be coming back onto the channel. We will be going up to our little hunt camp that we always go every year, which we went up there this year at least 3 times, and nearly, well, not every trip, but the first trip was unsuccessful. The second trip, pre-rut, Ash got his first stag down on the ground, which there will also be a podcast talking to him all about him and his fellow buck that he shot last year. If you guys would like to see that, please let me know in the comments down below, and also put a like and subscribe on this video if you want to see a podcast about someone who shot a deer with a bow, and their very first deer with a bow, and the whole experience that goes with it. Yeah, so Ash and me are going to be planning to go do some hunting during the fallow rut. We want to get some meat animals down, and we also want to get, obviously, a stag down with the bows next year. So hopefully next year's the year of the big boys. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That's what we always say every year. Well, that's what me and my family always say. Every year we want to go one size bigger again. So the biggest we got this year was a 27.5-inch sandbar stag. But anyway, I digress. But if you guys would like to see more hunting content, please, 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 like I said, put a like, put a comment down below what you guys would like to see under this video. Because like I said, after this video is uploaded, that's all we've got for the rest of the year until 2025. But like I said, guys, there is going to be a lot of hunting content coming at you guys in 2025. So there's going to be a lot of hunting. Where I'm at least going to push for at least at this moment, without the year going into tuition and what happens in the year or what happens in the background. Anything can happen, but I'm going to push for at least, I'm going to put out about 4 hunting videos just for you guys. So if you guys would like to see those videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also put a like and put a comment down below what you guys would like me to be doing next year for 2025. And, you know, what you guys would like to also see. I love reading your comments. I love hearing your thoughts of what you guys would like to see. Now, I'm going to sign off, guys. It is quite late tonight. It's like nearly close to 11 o'clock when I'm doing this film. You know, the wife's in bed and everything else, so I don't want to keep rambling on and wake her up, obviously. Because as they say, happy wife, happy life. But yeah, guys, like I said, 2025 is going to be a huge year for this channel. I did say that last year, but like I said, 2025 is going to be big. All right, guys. So, like I said, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification, put a comment. We'll see you guys in 2025. Catch you later.